Hey guys, how you doing? How you doing? Uncle Craig here. Chilling on a Monday afternoon, late Monday actually, after Songkran this weekend. I did make a little bit of a Songkran clip, 30 seconds or something, 60 seconds, I don't know. I saw like a million videos, so I figured I don't want to add to it. I did take a bunch of video, but I'd rather enjoy it, I guess. I like looking at all them other videos though. Some people got, you know, production camera equipment. It comes out really cool looking. But it is again well over 100 degrees. So it's been pretty hot. We did do a few things today. I actually have the fan on right now, but I bought one of those foam covers for my GoPro. I think that's kind of James had on his camera. I was asking him about it. We'll see if the wind blows it out or what. You can probably see in the background over here that water coming out like a fountain. I made another makeshift fountain. I took the, here, let me show you. I'll show you a few things that I've been doing today. Oh! Other than sitting in that chair for the last hour probably. But yeah. So, you know, the challenge is that, you know, need oxygen in the water, right? Don't want that, don't want those fish to starve from oxygen. And with this heat and as many plants as there are in the water right now, you know, it's getting depleted from dissolved oxygen. So what I did was I took that sub pump. Normally we use that pump, hook up a bigger hose and hose clamp it to the valve or to the stem that comes out of there, graduated stem that comes out of there, and then pump all that water irrigation canal into the irrigation canals or whatever, or back in or whatever's really needed. But in this case, I had I think that's a 2-inch pipe, PVC, and I just used my heat gun and heated up the bottom, and then just slipped it over the top of that graduated steel fitting so it sealed it. And then I heated the top and I stepped on it to flatten it so it create more pressure, and then boom, it gives me the nice chicken foot spread right there. So yeah, pretty good, huh? I could have just let it overflow like a fountain right here, which is what I had it. And actually my wife actually said, hey man, can you like make that go farther out there? And then for those of you who remember, over there, that red and blue fountain that I had hooked up to the solar panel, it just seized up, and you know, I've fought with it a number of times, it ain't working. But I realize now that I can probably dismantle that thing, and with the same tube that's in there, get that out of there and set that up on this kind of setup, maybe a different 3-inch pipe or something, and then that top thing that causes a nice spread for the fountain, I can probably rig that for this, and then that'll be happening. But yeah, my wife swapped out all the little pods for our orchids for these big ones. You know, I bought the coconut and the charcoal, whatever. I think we had the charcoal. But yeah, put all these in place. What else did I do? Oh, I know I did some. Well, with a nice breeze now, with the wind coming this way and the water spreading out. Yeah, it feels pretty good. Here, maybe you can take a closer look at that. Pretty cool. Oh yeah, these bird nests. You can probably see them. There's 2 of them right now. There's a 3rd one being made. And now that I've been here for what, like a year and 3 months, I saw them come last year and build these, although there were still leaves on that. That is a guava tree. There's still leaves on it and stuff, and they built on there. And, oh, cool! But then we lost all the leaves, which I think is dying. And I don't know if they'd come back, but it seems that they are annual. So they come back and make their nest in the same spot. It's real nice looking bird. I forget which kind it is. I can probably sort that out. You know, it's like yellow, like a canary with a black crest and stuff. Pretty cool. And here, mango bombs, dude. They're all over, falling from the trees, from these 2 mango trees. That one is actually a really sweet mango, and my wife says they're expensive. And these are regular this kind of mango, which is still pretty tasty. I mean, I like them all. My wife goes, oh, that one doesn't taste as good as that one. I'm like, what? Uh-oh. Looking over here. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a pack of dogs over there, man. There's 4 dogs. And they kind of come like the birds do after the guy's been harvesting, and all the snakes or rats or whatever, they get turned up over there. All the birds follow them. The dogs do too, because they will hunt. That's what they're doing out there right now. They're hunting and killing. This is by the way, I got my hair cut. Almost all of it, because it's really hot. But yeah, that fountain, I'm gonna have to take it out of there. You can see, look at that. It is getting overgrown. My wife was just out here the other day, man. Took out a couple boatloads full of stuff. And I did a few little artsy kind of projects, and I saw this when I was walking by. And this, I think I want to do something with this. This old root tree stem, but look at that. It's got a couple nice little holes in it, man. They're like something. I can clean that thing up, dip that whole thing in lacquer or something. Yeah, man. That'll be another project. When I first came here, I was thinking, oh, I got to rake all this stuff up, and you know, the leaves, dead leaves, so I can get a pathway. But then I realized that is a futile effort, futile. The leaves come way faster than you rake it, and you know, the leaves are probably good for the dirt anyway, good for the soil. But still want to do more on my fountain. Now that it's dry, I'm probably able to do it more. This is one of the things I did today. Was I cut, well, these branches went way up here, and that's the one that my wife's auntie or whatever, they wanted to cut those a few weeks back to get the young tree leaves. But now that those ones that went out this way are cut off, it left this shelf, so I made it more flat, and then I put this old old window. It's actually an old window from the old Thai house, and I put that up there like a shelf. This is a little bit lower, and it wound up kind of caving in a little bit, but it's stable. Just nailed it in place, and now it's I'm probably gonna maybe put another flat piece over it, but it's kind of like a high seat. You can sit up here, probably pretty comfortable to sit up here and just chill. Look at the beauty, man. Can you see that? That's my thumbnail. And or I can just put a plant on there or something, some kind of plant, potted plant. But yeah, the sun, it's afternoon sun now, so it's kind of piercing. The shop house is looking good with that furniture over there, those ceramic stumps, all them orchids hanging. It's really becoming a place, a refuge for the roadmasters. I did not put my trap in. We're still no go on the water, although there was, when I pulled it out the other day, I didn't film it or anything because I wasn't filming. There was another turtle in there, but I think it had been in there for a couple days, you know, with no water and this heat. Oh my god. So it was all dry and he was in there, but when I picked him up, he you know, he was looking at me like, ah. Like, oh, sorry, bro. So I got him over here into the water, into the pond real quick. And he just sat there at first, you know, in the shell. Then I think he started to regenerate, you know. Because turtles, like other species, when they face adverse conditions, in this case, hot, dry, nowhere to go, you know, the body goes into retro to protect itself, you know, hibernation almost. But so it took him a few minutes. I left him, I came back, and he just started to come out of the shell like, whoa, I'm alive. Oh, it's pretty cool. So one of the other things we did today was we took delivery on another 10 trucks full of dirt, and we did that over here. If you remember from previous videos, we're building up this land here. My wife had her cousin or whatever push a whole bunch of this dirt over here at first, make it higher, and then we just brought in 10 trucks worth of dirt, so we'll make that higher. Hopefully that's enough. If it's not, I don't know, but if it is, we'll get the, you know, we'll get the tractor out here, level everything, pack it down a little bit and all that. And if it looks good, we'll go ahead and I'll get my post hole digger and we'll drill down and make a few holes for cement posts. You know, probably we're looking at, I guess, I don't know how many I counted. I think I need 6 of them. My wife was thinking of putting them right down the middle, and then just have, you know, drape, put T-bars on the top of the middle and drape the green netting, you know, for that over there. But I was thinking more of, you know, future, you know, what are we gonna really want to use it for later? You know, is that always gonna be a garden? Is that what you want, a garden? I understand that, but is it always gonna be that way? Oh, I don't know. So we'll have to see about that. I'm probably gonna, you know, my idea was better just to make it, you know, squared up, kind of like, you know, put the poles on one side and then, like, if there's 5 poles on one side, you know, you put 3 bigger poles on the other side, you know, and have it kind of lean to, just almost like this is, you know, almost like the awning. Because later, who knows, might want that to be a covered area, you know, covered parking, or if you're gonna make a vegetable garden, you know, that you're gonna try and benefit from, you're gonna want to protect it. The rains will be coming, and you can't grow stuff when it rains profusely. No. So, but you can if it's covered. the metal, if I bought steel and roofing material to make a big one of these over there, it would be probably kind of costly. So I also thought of, you know, like if I buy the cement posts, instead of the steel, I mean, I could buy steel bar and make a cement mold and make little, like, smaller cement beams that go across. Probably be a lot cheaper. Just thinking. That's what I was doing today. A lot of thinking. Oh! I made a little, my board time, a little floating boat here project, little art project, while I was doing nothing over here. Those are seeds from that tree over there, actually, over by where the seat is. That's where I took it. I was like, hey, I can do something with this. It's hard, it floats, to make like an old Thai boat or something. Same with that tree stump that I just picked up. Although I think what that is I think it's just the outer shell of a tree, like the bark. Because I think the tree fell out on the bottom, left those two cups and that. Birds are back though, that's what's cool. I like them. So yeah, I know I did other stuff today, but I can't remember what it was. I did take a nap. I'm probably gonna take another one. That's what you do in the heat. Also, you can probably see some of these other videos. See that light right there? That's my light. It was hanging out in the middle because it actually moves. I put it on that swivel over there so I can swing it all the way out to the over the lake right there, over the pond at night, so that the bugs can, you know, be attracted to the light, fall in the water, and then the fish eat the bugs. But I don't like it out there when I'm over here, because I want, when I can fish from here better. You know, I can cast from here a lot better than I can from underneath the small knockdown over there. So I figured out I'll just swing it over. I was going to relocate it to another tree over there, but then I'd have to run the power line over there too. And I figured, you know what, I might as well just swing it out this way during the day. And then, you know, at night when we come around to turn lights on, just swing it back out there and turn the light on. Yeah, that's probably better. I did, oh yeah, I know what I did. I did, in the small, in that outhouse over there. What do we say we're going to call that? I was going to call that the pond house. Pond shack. I'll have to check that out. But anyway, there was, laying on the ground, there was an old line, like kind of like the line you would use for a lamp, you know, kind of a thicker brown split line. Anyway, well, my camera just shut off there. I got the message. It's the first time, but it said your camera's too hot. So yeah. But I was saying, I found that old line to a light over there, and I tested it, and it was live, but the incandescent light was probably the ballast or whatever, probably rusted out and stuff like that. So think I'm getting a heat warning. Red lights flashing. But anyway, I corrected that and put a new light over there and pulled up the line and tightened it up, cleaned it up. And now I have a light over there to that shop. I can probably put that on at night too. Boom, pretty good. And when I went, I thought it was my battery when the heat got it, but it wasn't. So I went and got a new battery and my drink. But when I got that battery, I remembered what else I did, and that was in the morning. If you've seen some of these other videos, I made that pathway going to the bamboo palace over there, and I put those pieces of wood, those slats, those teak cutoffs from a round log, right? And I made those all the way up there. But my wife never liked that. I remember when I first did it, she had that look on her face like, ew. But so I decided, you know, okay, let me see if I can do something with that. So I took those off. Whoa. And I made me, boom, a nice little fence, man. See, they're cut off, they're really smooth. So I just put the smooth side on this one up against there. And I made another fence going over here. And this one is going to be, I left the corners open because I'm going to make the cement stairs that go out here and go down. And you know, that way. But yeah, a little monoc fence line right there. Yeah. Anyway, that's a bunch of stuff, man. You know, a bunch of stuff. And try and get out and around. I gotta go out. I'm gonna go out this week and get my front tooth fixed. Thank you, Jesus. And other than that, I'm going to go back over this chair and sit here and do nothing except drink my drink and have my fan on. Alright, man. Well, if you watched this to the end, thanks for watching, and keep watching, and I'll get back at you.